Thank you for stopping by and checking out this video. My name is Sufi with Place of Bliss Academy on Udemy. If you are a first timer, I have many courses here that you can check out and learn from. All you've got to do is type in the search bar Sufi Garza and you will see a long list of my courses that I teach. This course has over 700 students so far, and we hope to gather more in learning all of this wonderful information. So let me explain why I decided to do this course. In my private practice, I do soul care therapy, which is a combination of cognitive behavioral therapy, spiritual counseling. I offer guided meditation through guided image therapy. I am an alternative healing therapist. I offer many different things, including Reiki, to my healing practice. And in my therapy practice, I often hear very common communication challenges that people have. This puts me in a unique position to be able to hear the challenges and the patterns in the challenges that most people at one time or another experience. My goal for you in this course is to elucidate all of this information for you. I know that somewhere in here you will be touched by some of the information. What are some of the things that we talk about? Not only do I speak on matters of communication, but I also speak on matters of confidence, matters of boundaries, matters of conflict, and most importantly, and what I think really drives all of this, is matters of worthiness. In many cases, we have been taught to be polite, and often that comes at the expense of not actually being able to put up boundaries or to say no. How many times have you said yes to something that you did not want to do because you wanted to be polite? How many times have you said certain things and you saw a reaction in someone's face but you didn't know why? How many times have you been in a relationship that you've been trying to get out of and it just keeps going in circles? How many times have you suppressed what you really wanted to say and you knew what to say in that moment but you didn't? Sometimes we find that we get stuck in relationships or this kind of cat and mouse game, and it all has to do with communication. I have seen this in my practice over and over again, how people feel awkward in communication, how people have boundary issues where they don't know where to draw the boundary, and when they want to do it, they don't know the words to say where they could actually deliver that without being rude. Being polite often is the driver that keeps people in these loops of bad communication. And so what I really work on with people is their worthiness and their uniqueness. Sometimes we are hard on ourselves because we think that we have to be like everyone else, or if we feel awkward in any way, shape, or form, we feel like something's wrong with us, when the reality is we are uniquely us. And we don't have to perform like monkeys for anybody. We don't also, and I'll let you in a big secret on this one, you don't have to be polite if you don't want to be. Okay? This is a big misnomer that we always have to be polite in every situation. We really don't. And often I will tell you that being polite has gotten women in particular in a lot of trouble and in harm's way, because women are trying to be polite to people that are criminals. It's a dangerous world out there. And so there is so much to be learned about this. And this does not mean that you're going to go out there and be rude to everybody. No, what this means is that you're going to have a bunch of skills under your belt that are common things that are everyday life communication skills that you need to know, so that you not only can love yourself and feel good about yourself and your communication, but when you're communicating in those areas where you feel a little insecure or not knowing if you're doing the right thing or saying the right thing, this is going to give you the confidence, not because it's playing a game, not because I'm teaching you some games to play to make you more suave. No, it's not about that. This is about understanding your worthiness to communicate in exactly the way that you want to. It gives you a few more skills that you can learn about personal empowerment, about boundaries, about honoring yourself and honoring your words. And also I give you some words on how to respond to certain people in certain situations, and you can just run with that. all you need are a few tools, and you're really going to be able to start developing your communication style in a completely different manner. And you're going to do it with confidence because you're going to have some skills you did not have before. So again, I say to you, this is something that comes up consistently in my therapy practice with people out there in the world engaging relationships. This can even be applied to dating or areas where you feel awkward in communicating, and you can apply all of this information, and I'll give you the big clue in. It's all about loving yourself and accepting yourself for how you communicate, and not comparing yourself to other people, but letting your style be unique to you and being okay with that. When you're okay with that, that just draws more people into you. Now, it's not to minimize what you're experiencing, because you do need a few tools in order to really feel confident in your delivery. Otherwise, you would be doing it already if you could just be you. So there's a few tools that I'm going to give you that are really going to help you, including the conversation killers section, which really goes into depth at some of the things that you might be saying or interacting with people and saying certain comments that really shut down communication. And so this is just an opportunity for you to look at yourself. And also, if you are a healer or in a practice where you're helping others with communication, this is going to give you many tools on personal empowerment, worthiness, communication, how to communicate, how to confidently be you in every interaction, so that this is about being genuine, not about being a dancing monkey and saying some key catchphrases. There's no easy way, no cheats to become a better communicator. A lot of this stuff that I learned was through trial and error, because I made a lot of communication mistakes. And so what I always do, and if you've taken my courses before, you know this. If this is your first time, you're learning this now, that everything that I learn, I share with my students. And this is why my style is about telling stories and sharing and being playful. Learning does not have to be boring. It can be extremely fun. And my intention in making this class was to share this information with as many people as I could, because it is something that comes up in my practice all the time. It's necessity. So I hope you enjoy this class. This is, by the way, the first course I ever did on Udemy. And so it was very playful and fun. And of course, I've learned so much along the way. I hope that I see you in other courses as well, but this is a beautiful communication course that I absolutely 100% tell you that you will use this stuff. You are communicating every day, and it is very important as someone who's in a healing practice, a therapy practice, or working with the public. It's so important for you to understand and communicate as best as you can. This is not about being perfect. This is about being you and learning some skills and understanding yourself a little bit more so that you can communicate with confidence, authority if you need to, with boundaries, with worthiness, and with genuineness. Because at the end of the day, all of your communications are about you being genuinely you. Why? Because you're beautiful just the way you are. Why? Because you're beautiful just the way you are. So this is not about learning how to get approval from anyone else. You're here for a reason, because you either need to learn a little bit more to help your clients or your friends or your family, or you're here because you're having some challenges that you're noticing in your own personal life, and you want to be the best communicator that you can be. And so this is about you finding that space within yourself to honor yourself, to deem yourself worthy, and to learn some additional skills that are just going to help each relationship, each client that you're going to impart this information to, each friend or family member that you're going to share this information with at some point when you're comforting them. It's just going to make life a little bit easier, and it's going to help you to overcome some of the most challenging and most common communication problems that people struggle with. So I hope to see you in class. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have fun learning. Please leave a review at the earliest time that you can do that, because you can really help me build my success by leaving a review, and you will be asked to review update again at the very end. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in the next class. Hello and welcome to Place of Bliss Academy. Please stop. You're okay. You gotta be quiet now, okay? Thank you. Hello and welcome to Place of Bliss Academy. Celia, meet my daughter.
Oh, my sweet girl. Say hello. Say hello, precious. You're so